Oh, hey, look, we have
yeah.
victim samples. We're gonna find out it's different blood.
Well, we don't know what the context for the shooting of the calendar is, so... Poor Iris, she's clammed up... Oh, she's... Internal voice. Poor Iris, she's clammed up completely. Iris is bound to find this difficult. After all, Mr. Windibank's life was taken in this very room only last night. And again, she is only 10. I'm here too.
What, do you have a child here?
Oh, okay, bye. Wait, Inspector! I'm sorry, just getting a refill. What is it now, Sunshine? You took one look at me and tried to run away. Think a Scotland Yard inspector would run away from some jumped-up little defense lawyer, do you? Yes, I think that's exactly what you did. Well... Never seen a ladyship looking like that before is the thing. I don't know what to say to her. So you weren't running away from me, you were running away from a 10-year-old. I'm afraid this is all a little much for young Iris. Some gentle reassurance might go a long way, perhaps, Inspector. You might even get a raise if you're... This is wrong.
She's so fucking cute!
Cute's not the word I would use.
Huh?
Sad. Don't trouble yourself unduly, your ladyship. I mean, listen, you're not dead, are you? Oh yeah, that'll make her feel better. I don't think that went very well. Oh no. What? Look, I'm in the middle of an investigation here, Sunshine. I told you not to get under my feet. Like a cat, as it were. We have investigating to do ourselves. Yes. I'd like to hear more of what the socially inept inspector has to... What the fuck? Harsh, dude. Oh, Hurley. And inquire into how Mr. Sholm's operation is going. Well, I'm more curious about this right now. Police have marked the position of the body with a chalk line. Oh, Mr. Windibank, he was a nice old man. Well, he was shot just once through the heart. Most likely the fellow died instantly. He wouldn't have felt a thing. That doesn't make me feel better. This must be his blood, then. I don't like to ask at such a wretched time, Iris, but I wonder if perhaps blood is supposed to be on the inside of the body? I mean, I'm not a doctor of medicine like you, so I wouldn't know. Don't worry, Susie. I'm ready for action. I'm just itching for my trigger finger. And it turns... blue! So it's not his blood on the calendar. So we now know the color the chemical turns when it reacts with Mr. Windibank's blood.
We're gonna find out the other one's genes or something. Or maybe just Sherlock's.
No, because it was wrecked when we got there.
Yeah, that's true.
So it can't be Herlock's. Oh, but that's gonna be the twist. We're gonna find out that actually does match Herlock. That'd be an interesting twist.
Even though it was ransacked, we didn't know for sure that there was blood already on that counter, and we were standing in front and got shot from that.
Yeah, I don't know. Pop. His first name is Pop.
Pop.
He pops wind.
Pop
I
Win-
wonder if that's...
Pop Windibank.
I don't know. Maybe that's too obvious for a pun. Alright, a gun. This is a revolver, a real one. Quite possibly the murder weapon used to take Mr. Windibank's life. What's the matter, Susie? You and Reno look like you're about to faint. Have you never seen a gun before? She just picks it up and fucking aims it at them.
No,
Wow,
she spins it.
This trigger finger is real heavy.
No, it's just I've rarely seen a gun in the flesh.
And I've had issues with guns in the past. He, like, picks it up just to examine it. Hey, what are you doing there? You must have shot the victim! Oh no, not again. It looked so small in his hands back then. Must be the same gun. And last night, when I looked through the door to the storeroom here, it was in Gina's hands. She was cradling it like a stuffed animal. Mr. Windibank told us that he only ever had a single bullet loaded in this revolver, didn't he? Yeah, we're gonna have to use that. We'll be like, the bullets that you used to shot. I don't know. We'd be fairly certain that only a single shot was fired from this revolver.
What if Jenny shot at the assailants?
And it hit the...
It hit the calendar.
Ooh,
and
yeah,
they
good point.
shot at Mr. Windibanks.
I don't know. Out of all the articles in this storeroom, this is the only thing that shows any sign of being ransacked. Oh! What is it, Iris? That's the box file that my manuscript was being kept in! Oh, that fucking sucks. Iris's unpublished story, The Hound of the Baskervilles.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to connect the other one with this one.
No, that's completely different. We don't know anything about the other case.
But we're gonna probably have to.
Well, yes, I know, but we don't know anything about the case. We're talking about something completely different now. A third case that's also part of this case. So he didn't sell it after all. There was no reason for Gina to come over here.
It's not in the box.
No shit.
Oh.
Oh! Oh! Okay.
So it was in there.
Really? It was? Well, that's good news, isn't it, Iris? She's like, no, it wasn't. Yes. I mean, of course I believed her when he said he deposited it here, but still. It's a relief to actually see it. Really? Because it's not a very well hidden frown. Iris's manuscript has been entered into the court record. I'm still concerned as to how Susato knew. Title. Look at these articles that have been deposited. The room is stuffed full of them. I can't believe how many there are. It's fun looking through other people's things. A bicycle, a gramophone, musical instruments, even some enormous paintings. Look. Pieces of different people's lives, quietly gathering dust in here together. There's something very peaceful about the atmosphere in here.
Except for the dead body.
Except for the dead body, yes. Or at least there would be, if not for the chalk outline on the floor and the police be shuffling about. Not much I can do about that, sunshine. Oh yeah, we still have to talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, about time for that. Alright. So, Inspector, what do you make of the crime scene here? Pshaw, you got eyes, haven't you? Use them. It is what it looks like, nothing more, nothing less. Okay. Iris, could you lend me a hand? Oh, Gregsy! Yes, Mum. Do allow me to humbly explain. Last night, shortly after the hour of 1 o'clock in the morning, Scotland Yard police attended the scene. One and only door of the storeroom was found locked from the inside. So it was locked from the inside. Lock appears to have be broken now, though. Was that the police officers doing? Quite right, ma'am, quite right. We took the liberty of smashing the door in as humbly as possible. Oh. As you can see, the victim was discovered prostrate.
On the floor, thus wise.
Oh dear. That's a way to describe it. Sorry, what was the last word there? Thuswise. Okay.
Next to the aforementioned body, we discovered the vile gutter child.
Are you talking about Jenny? She's my friend, you know, Inspector.
Miss Lestrade, the hapless girl, was curled up on the floor, dead to the world.
She's still alive, you know.
Yes, when I saw her, she appeared to be... Did you just shove that in your pocket? It's gonna get covered in...
He's been doing that this entire time, sweetie. He doesn't care.
I'm afraid to say she had the gun that was used in her hand.
No.
Presumably, it's the gun still down there on the floor now. In her pocket, we found the key to the door as well.
What?
The key to the storeroom?
And you say the storeroom had been locked from the inside, Inspector.
I bet we're gonna have that argument that Gina was just defending them and she shot at the assailant, but then the argument's gonna then be, how did she hit the calendar from all the way in the storeroom or something? I don't know. I know we're thinking way too far ahead. In something of a sticky situation, I'm afraid. Wait, what did he say? Oh.
Jenny.
Obviously, my personal opinion is it's all some sort of misunderstanding. Of course it is, Inspector. Of course it is. Anyway, off to brighter subjects, I'm sure.
Gregsy, do you know anything about Hurley? Is the operation finished? Is Hurley alright? Is he?
He's dead.
Don't mince your words, Inspector, please. You don't mean to say that Mr. Sholmes is...
No. The operation's done and dusted. But yeah, he's dead. Out with it! Yes, I am. They use something called a general anesthesiac. It's the latest thing, renders the whole body insensitive.
I mean, Mr. Sholmes was already pretty insensitive before.
The whole body anesthetized? Is that even possible? I mean, yeah, obviously. Means the operation can be completed while the patient is fast asleep.
Goodness, in the Empire of Japan, we just managed to provide laughing gas for a tooth extraction.
Trouble is, the latest thing isn't always the greatest thing, if you follow my meaning. They couldn't get the medication to work at first, so it took hours for them to nod off, or so I hear. Now the op's finished, they can't get him to wake up, apparently.
They probably used enough gas to knock out an elephant. Oh my.
I wonder if this case is going to go into 2 days, and on the second day, Sholmes is going to wake up and then he'll be like, ah, yes, I am wearing a cast on each arm for some reason. Some, like, weird other pose for him at the end.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you.
Huh?
Casey. Although I am getting quite tired.
No one knows if the anesthesiac's still in the system or if the bloke's just plain exhausted. But anyways, all I can do is stand back and watch until he comes round again.
Hurley.
The moment he opens his eyes, your ladyship, I swear I shall get word for you.
What a surprise. Even in matters of life and death, Mr. Sholmes has to do things his way.
I think that's about it.
I guess we can examine the body one more time.
The chalk outline, at least.
Iris? Someone died in this room. But we must find the true culprit. Yes, absolutely.
Alright. Are we done here? Well. Oh, wait. Hold on. We gotta give ya this. Meow.
Mr. Naruto,
I don't know if you've noticed, but there's something rather troubling here. I have noticed.
We gotta test that blood.
The red spear, you mean? Oh, yeah, we could. Yeah. Looks like blood, doesn't it? I wonder if Susato-san had picked up on that. Well, in that case... Yes, we need Iris. We should show this to her before we forget. Oh, wow.
We're gonna find out
I'm glad that we did that, yeah.
We're probably gonna find out that green is that one guy who tried to get it before.
Okay. I'm just double checking to make sure that nothing new is showing up. Okay, we got that. Oh, I could read it. Holy shit. Big. Little flowers. Hound of the Baskervilles. You're being awfully quiet over there, Susato. On the right side of the screen. How did Susato-san know the exact title of this unpublished story? She even got the in there. I suppose
Iris, do you know that you talk in your sleep?
I suppose yeah, that would be it. I just have to wait until she's ready to explain it to me. I'm so sorry. You're not making this any better. Inspector Gregson, could you give me your opinion about this, do you think? No, for some reason. I thought we were supposed to give this to you. Would I be wrong? Do we have to give it to Strongheart? No. Wait, maybe. Sorry, I'm gonna lean back.
Fine.
Showing the Scotland Yard detectives. Oh, we already did it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we're done here.
Let's go to Shom's.
There's nothing new, though.
Yeah, but we still gotta show Iris the photo.
Yeah, I guess we'll... I don't know. We'll fucking do it in Baker Street. Nope. Or... No. Let's kill him!
Could you examine the...
Yeah, how did we get the angle from there?
Well, you can press it.
It's not gonna give us anything.
You don't know that.
I don't. Alright, here we go. Wait, where'd the officers... Oh, there they are. Here you go, Iris. Oh, that looks like blood! My favorite!
You're supposed to,
Yeah, Anyway, I would say it's from a gloved finger. Almost certainly a glove made of leather. That's some of excellent deduction skills, Bruno. You can leave the rest to me. Whoosh. It's gonna be a third color.
Oh, God. Yeah!
Oh, no.
It's a third color.
That, or it's a combination of both blue and... Well, I guess green doesn't make purple. Yes, that's a color we haven't seen before, isn't it? We simply must add it to the portfolio of blood samples. It could be an important clue. Although, it would be nice to find out whose blood these different colors correspond to at some point. Well, this particular stain of blood. Oh, you've had an idea, haven't you? Do you know whose blood this is? I can guess. Yes, I have an idea whose blood it is. Not from the couleur return, but with a little deduction. That's right, I think it's clear. So, we just have to figure out who was wearing gloves. Oh, it's not gonna work. I'm pretty sure it's her lock.
I don't think it was her luck.
Because we know it's not Pop. It's not Windy
I
Bank.
think it's the blondie. We don't know.
No. You first, Rena. Who do you think it belongs to? Alright, I believe that this is the blood of... Well, it's not... not Sholmes.
Oh, Thrift Rice Manson, because this is McGilded's thing. And he handed this, he had this on him.
Oh, yes, absolutely. You're right. Yeah, obviously. I don't know what I was thinking. Thrice fired Mason. You don't sound very sure of yourself the way you trailed off there. Well, it was 2 months ago now, that case. And of course, I'd never met the victim, so I'm struggling to remember his name. He was definitely thrice fired, though. The victim of the omnibus case? Yes, his name was indeed Mr. Thrice Fired Mason. But that would mean that this bloodstain was left on the ticket 2 months ago. Yes, I think it was. Oh, okay. I'm trying to think of I'm trying to detail the order of events. So we know that after the crime, Magnus McGilda's gloves were covered in blood, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he sent off Beppo to deposit the coat, and then he brought the ticket back, and then he handed it to Magnus, whose gloves were covered with blood. He put it in the bush for Gina to grab later. So yeah, the blood makes sense for it to have ended up there. I'm suggesting that the bloodstain was already on it at that time. So it's a smear of blood from the time that Mr. Mason was killed 2 months ago. Oh shit, you know what that means? Oh no, the omnibus is gone. I was gonna say we could probably test that bloodstains, but then no, there's no fucking chance. That's way gone.
If our inspector came back and he stole pieces from the crime scene.
What? Something else is coming back
Our
to me
Japanese inspector.
now. Mr. McGilded was also wearing leather gloves that night. Now, excuse, what good-hearted soul wouldn't rush to help a feather bleeding from her stomach? I wasn't about to start worrying about my gloves now, was I? Or reached out to give a man a hand.
Would we still have those gloves?
Oh god, would we? Certainly does look like a leather glove thumbprint, this mark. We know that Mr. McGilded had no injuries at the time anywhere on his body. From which we can conclude that any blood on the glove belonged to the victim, Mr. Mason. Mr. Naruto, you sound just like Mr. Sholmes. Minus the quirky slip-ups, I hope. Yes, I think you're right, Reno. Very well, let's make a note of this. The details of the pawnbroker's ticket for the coat have been updated in the court record. The blood analysis data has been updated. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so if we look at this again, so we've got 3 blood samples. That one's unknown, that one's Mason's, and that one's Windibank's. So we know that this is definitely not Mason's or Windibank's.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about it. Do you think we have to go around collecting blood samples?
Possibly. You want to go to the prison?
I have no idea.
Or maybe
You can try. We were told by Susato that she wanted to come back here. Yeah. Well, if you examine the scenes here carefully, there's another possibility, isn't there? She died! She could have slipped the key from the jailer when he wasn't looking and escaped. Oh my. Why would she do something like that? It would only make her situation worse. Calm down, Reno. I was only joking, of course. Oh. He had me worried there. I thought that was a great deduction. Yes, it must be your way with words, Iris. You're so wonderfully persuasive. Perhaps you don't fully understand the weight your words carry. Oh, dear. I'm sorry. I suppose a light-hearted great detective is a contradiction in terms. Well, in the same situation, I'm sure Mr. Sholmes would just have thrown his head back and guffawed. So I'm entirely sure that's helpful, Mr. Naruto. Well, anyway, it looks like we won't be able to talk to Gina for a while. We should try to make progress with our investigation in the meantime. Yes, come along then, Reno. Come along, Susie. Gotta figure out where to go, though. Oh, I can.
Maybe Sholmes is. We can see Sholmes in his.
I don't think so. Wait, this is not where I wanted to be. Yeah, he's not here.
What's that bucket?
You don't want to know. Yeah,
what about the crutches?
I would very highly doubt that anything's going to be here. Maybe this. Thought of the day, on seeing any vermin, calmly and discreetly inform matron. Oh yes, they have rats and mice in hospitals like this that love to feast on all the medicine. That what? If you don't deal with them, there's nothing left to treat your patients. Rats and mice. Oh, I see. Why would they want medicine?
The smell.
Maybe. Yeah, there's nothing here.
You didn't do the crutches.
Yeah, because there's nothing to do there.
You don't know that. You don't know what they'll say.
We got stuck here. Gregson's still here. Can we...
Present him with the blood?
Maybe? Nope. The fact that we've gotten this far and we're finally getting stuck on something in the investigation is really telling to how much they changed the investigations to make them better. I don't think any of this are gonna give us anything.
What about the manuscript?
Definitely not. Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he loves it.
Yeah, no, I didn't think he would. Well, he might get dialogue, but I don't think this will impact our investigation, is what I probably meant.
Maybe you're not sure. We might be able to bribe him.
Your ladyship's latest. Yes, my latest story. It's called The Hound of the Baskervilles. Most fascinating title, your ladyship. Fascinating. And I don't suppose... Would there be any mention of my humble self in the tale this time? Good question. I can't really remember. I see. Well, why would you, your ladyship? I just await its publication with eager anticipation. You needn't worry, Inspector. I'm sure if you do appear, you won't be doing anything particularly remarkable. What did you go and say for that? Therefore, you look to be arrested, sunshine. I mean, not like that. If I did, you wouldn't have bitten her ladyship's head off, would you? No.
Examine one.
I definitely examined everything in here.
No, go back up.
I'm being thorough. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't move. Let me talk to you. Maybe... I don't know.
Can you look outside your window again?
Sure. Nope. I'm good with stopping here and maybe checking to see what is maybe peeking at a guide. Like, let me just go through and check everywhere. Prison. We went to the suite. We went there. We went to Baker Street. Went to the main shop. Yeah, so it's got to be something with Gregson.
But maybe we need more evidence.
What have we here then? Redemption ticket for an article deposited here, is it? Looks like someone ran out of treasury and wrote the guy water paper was right hand. This is a ticket from McGilda's silver coat. One. A little diver turned up with the rest of the day.
Okay, stop. The munching one, please.
Alright, actually, no, it's not. Really? Think you know better than me, do you? No, I didn't mean to. Bruno's right, Gregsy. It isn't the same ticket. Of course it isn't. Of course it isn't. I never doubted you, your ladyship. So what's all this about then, if I might be so bold as to ask? This is the second ticket. Second one? Seems that Mr. McGill had in fact had another article in storage here at Underbanks. Is that right? I think we need to discuss this further with the inspector, Mr. Naruhodo. There we go. This ticket was in one of the pockets of Mr. McGilded's overcoats.
What if it's the music box?
Well, we know what it is. It's for the box.
Yeah, but it doesn't say what's in it.
Oh, shit. How does this all connect together? Because do you remember what the price was for the manuscript? I think it was 10 shillings. I think this is the one for the story. The one in the back there. In which case, first of all, how the fuck did McGilded get it?
Actually, we're not. Let's figure out if it is that box.
You mean to tell me? Yes, there was more than just the music box disc, it seems.
Do you want to answer that? Your parents.
I'm naked, Kristen. I cannot answer it. I've sort of insisted on the lads taking it back to the yard and examine it properly. Well, according to the details on this ticket, Mr. McGill deposited another article here with Mr. Windbank. So I can see it written here. Small box, was it? Do you have any idea where it is, Gregsy? Any idea at all? It's another article belonging to Mr. McGilded. It could be an important clue. I suppose it could be... Please stop looking at me with those big turquoise eyes, all full of hope and expectation. It's too much pressure. I'll lose my marbles. I'll go barking. This is no time for dog impressions, Inspector. That's enough softs from you, sunshine. My apologies, miss. There's one thing that springs to mind. According to this ticket, the redemption deadline's already passed, hasn't it? Ah, yes, of course. Articles only held for 2 months. So the small box will no longer be in here, then? That's right. It's been forfeited. Which means it could be on the shelves in the front of the shop where the forfeited items are offered for sale. Yes, the shelves in the front. I must search them at once. You're wasting your time. Oh? There are dozens of little boxes out there. Hundreds even. Can't possibly know which one might have been McGilded's. That information's not written in the ledger. But wait, it might have an M on it.
Have a look, just a minute.
Of course, your ladyship, of course. Very sensible of you, I'm sure. This is getting old. Hey, look, we found it. What did you know? It has MM on the front. The hell? Ah, nearly jumped on my skin there. How could Mr. Winterberg set up such a wicked trap? I doubt he set it up to scare anyone. I'm glad it's dead, I am. Oh my god, Iris, no. Is that really the time? I think perhaps we should pay Gina another visit soon. Oh? But I wanted to look for the box. The trial's tomorrow. We must establish whether or not you will be we did! I think we should ask her one more time. She may have changed her mind. I guess. Don't you remember, Bruno? You told her she could rip up the representation papers if she didn't want you to be a lawyer. Really? Did I say that? Yes, you did. The deadline for submitting the paperwork is fast approaching. In that case, we had better hurry back to the prison and talk to Gina again. Alright, I'll let them look for the box. I'm pretty sure this will be the last of the investigation before the trial, so